Good afternoon, investor and PTG Energy Public Company Limited. The Stock Exchange of Thailand welcome you all to the SET Digital Roadshow Year-End Performance of 2020. This session will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Presenting company will start the session by 30 minutes presentation, followed by 15 minutes Q&A. During Q&A, investor may leave your questions in the meeting chat box or use raise hand function. Then presenting company will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. May I now invite PTG Energy Public Company Limited to start the presentation, please.
Good afternoon, all investors. You are here with us, PTG Energy. As Khun Nan mentioned that we are will present about the year-end performance of 2020. You are here with me, Viphana Chayaporn, Investor Relations, and Miss Sirikun Viriya Panyachayakun, Assistant to Vice President. Okay, I will start with the agenda. The agenda for today will be start with the highlight, industry outlook, business overview, and financial performance. Okay, let's start with the highlight. 2020 highlight is the PTG can reach the new high of net profit of 1,906 million baht, with the growth of 21.9% year on year. For the oil sale volume, we still maintain the growth of 5.9% growth year on year. On the other hand, the LPG still growing at 13% year on year. For the marketing margin, this year the marketing margin stay on track that we expect that the marketing margin is around 1.8 to 1.9 baht per liter. Another thing is that this year we gain the share profit from joint venture of 376 million baht, mainly from the palm complex that started to run the operation of 100% for the first year. And lastly, Thai started to break even at EBITDA level, even though the sales were affected by the COVID pandemic during the second quarter due to the lockdown measure to ease the effect of the pandemic. But the growth of Thai sales started to grow at 20% during the fourth quarter. Next is the industry outlook. This year, the oil price dropped drastically during the effect of COVID-19 in the first and second quarter. But in the fourth and the third and the fourth quarter, the oil price moved in a limited range, which is around $40 to $50 per barrel for WTI, and the retail oil price can adjust accordingly so that the marketing margin is in the normal level during this year. So as you can see in the chart that during the fourth quarter there is the trend of oil is increasing, but you can see that the retail oil price also can adjust accordingly. Next is the oil consumption. This year, total oil consumption dropped by 1.2% year on year due to the COVID-19 impact. However, the retail consumption increased by 1.2% year on year. The oil price dropped sharply during this year, so that the consumption increased, but regardless of the effect of the COVID-19, as the oil is the fundamental factor used in the people daily life. Next is LPG consumption. This year, LPG consumption dropped drastically at 11.4% for the total consumption, mainly due to the drop in LPG auto which is affected by the less number of tourists in the country and less domestic traveler due to the effect of COVID-19 that there is a restriction on in domestic traveling and foreign tourists. For LPG, household dropped only 4.3% and industry and the consumption of industry dropped 7.2%, which is due to the less in economic activity due to the effect of the COVID-19 as I mentioned before. Let's move to the next part to PTG performance this year. Let's start with the oil sale volume. PTG still maintain its growth of oil sale volume of 5.9% year on year, close to the target of 6 to 10%. If we look into each channel, you see that the retail channel of PTG increased by 8.1%, outperform the industry, which is the oil retail accounted for around 96.5% of PTG total oil sale volume. On the other hand, the wholesale sale volume dropped by 26.2%. The main reason is that there is less economic activity for like exporting, which is the main industry of the country, so that the wholesale dropped. Another thing is that wholesale is not the main focus of PTG. If you look into each product, you see that diesel grow more than more gas at 7.2%. This year, PTG, even though the industry dropped 1.2% year on year, but PTG still maintained the same store sales growth at 0.9% year on year. Therefore, PTG reached the market share of all channels become number 2 in this year for all year at 14.2%, and we still maintain our competitiveness for retail market of the market share of 17%. However, PTG still target to grow the market share this year. We target to grow our market share for all channel to be 15% and retail channel to be 18% within 2021. Let's move to LPG sale volume. As I mentioned that we still maintain our growth at 13% for auto LPG sale volume due to our continuous expansion of the LPG station and mix station. Even though the LPG consumption through retail channel of LPG auto still drop for the overall country, but we still aim to expand our station as we see our station as a service station, not only the station that provide oil and LPG only. As we expand this year so that we gain more market share of 11.5%, we become number 4 in terms of market share of auto LPG. We still target to increase our market share to become number 1 in this market. Next is our station expansion. This year we closed a total number of stations of 2,094 stations. So that the total number of oil stations is 1,888 stations. Mainly our stations still be COCO, the company owned company corporate station. The rest 206 stations are LPG and mix station. Most of 100% of them are COCO station. For station distribution, our main stations still in north and northern part of Thailand, but we aim to expand station more in the main road and Bangkok and Visi area. So last year we expand about 9% of Bangkok and Visi area station. For the rest, we expand about less than 7%. So we expand only 0.7% in north part of Thailand. For the touch point, for the non-oil touch point, we are now having total of 756 touch point, including 220 Maxmart, 274 Pantai, 60 location of Coffee World. This year we closed down around 20 location of Coffee World due to the impact of COVID-19. Mainly Coffee World are located in airport and department store and community mall. So during the lockdown, the sale of Coffee World were impacted by the lockdown, so that we close some branches that not perform well, and we also have planned to reallocate some location. So we use this opportunity to close down some location. This year we entered the LPG household market, so we started to open our PT gas shop in the PT oil station, and at the end of this year at the end of last year we have 99 gas shop. For Autobac, this year we buy more share of Autobac. In the past we hold share about 36% of Autobac, and we acquire more share of 36%, so we now holding about 72.5% of share in Autobac. And this year we have planned to open more location of Autobac, about 20 location. For product, we now still have 9 location of product, and Magneton Loop Chain 47 and Macam 31 West area. Let's move to the performance of non-oil. For Pantai, you see that we still have a growth of Pantai of 11.2% in terms of sales, regardless of the COVID-19 impact. However, the sale of Pantai was affected by the COVID-19 during March, but after that, the sale of Pantai growth in the fourth quarter, the growth of Pantai is around 20% year-on-year. For Magmart, Magmart also affected by the COVID-19, but we still maintain around the flat same-store sales growth, and in total sale we have a growth of 2.9% year-on-year. For Autobac, actually we closed down one location of Autobac during March, but we still have a growth of total sale of 0.3%. However, we still have, as I mentioned, that we still have planned to expand Autobac, and we target in 5 years to have a sale from Autobac around 4,000 million baht. Next is a sale from auto business. Auto business include lubricant oil, logistics, and commercial area business. So for this business, we can grow 22.7% year-on-year. Last but not least, Palm Complex. This year we started to run the operation at 100% for the full year for the Palm Complex. So we gained the total project had a revenue of 6,476 million baht, and we had a share profit of this project of 356 million baht, and we expect this year we still aim that the share profit will be around 240 to 260 million baht for the base case. Okay, next is the new opportunity growth for this year. Start with the EV station. This month we just opened our first EV station in PT station. We opened 5 stations in tourist attraction area, including Pak Chong and Nakhon Ratchasima, Payuhat Khivi, and Nakhon Sawan, and Chonburi, and Kanchanaburi, and Phetchaburi. That there are like the route for tourist attraction in Thailand. So we expect to expand more of EV station. At the beginning, we plan to expand every 150 to 200 kilometers for one station. Okay, next is solar farm. We in the past we already have like around 30 to 40 stations that install solar roof, and we see the opportunity to expand in this business. So we have planned to expand to the solar farm business. Next is the waste power plant project. We already studying this project up for around 2 or 3 years, and we expect that this project will start it very soon. Next is the expansion of the existing business for oligochemical for palm complex. So we wanted to add more product for palm complex, which is still in our pipeline. Next is F&B business. We plan to add more product, which is like for healthy product or something that can add more value to the business. The one thing that we have done is that we use the product from community to create our menu, so that the community can grow with us. And now we just had launches the gansha mixed with the drink. You can go and test our product at PTG station. Next is 2021 target. We still plan to expand oil and LPG station of 150 to 200 stations, and expand on oil around 120 touch point. And we expect that this year our oil sale volume will grow around 8 to 12%. So during January, our oil sale volume were affected by the second wave of COVID-19. But now the oil sale volume started to rebound and grow at around 12 to 14% now. For LPG sale volume, we expect that the auto LPG sale volume will increase by 15 to 20%. As I mentioned before, that we started to our business in LPG's household. For that business, we expect that the growth will be around 100%. For the EBITDA growth, we expect that this year the EBITDA will grow at 10 to 15%. For the capex budget, we expect to use the budget for core business or oil business around 3.5 billion baht, and non-oil business of 500 million baht, and new business of 500 baht. So the total capex will be around 4,000 to 4,500 million baht. So next is this year we have changed our vision from the leading in energy business to be enriching the quality of life of well-being and condemn of the people we serve, which is we wanted our customer to improve well-being of our customer and community. Okay, so next part is financial highlight. Miss Srigun will take care of this part. Good afternoon. Let's be talking about the financial performance. Start with the revenue. In quarter four, the revenue is about 28,000 million baht, which increased 10% from last quarter, but decreased 10% from last year. For the whole year, revenue decreased almost 13% year-on-year because of the sale volume has increasing almost 6%, based on the selling price has decreased from last year. For the non-oil business, the revenue from LPG has increasing, but the revenue from foods and beverage has dropped too because of the COVID outbreak situation. So the brand in department store has temporarily closed. The revenue from oil sales account for almost 96% and almost 4% is come from non-oil business. For the next slide is talking about the gross profit. You can see that the gross profit has increased almost 7% Q-on-Q and almost 16% year. The sale volume has increasing almost 7% both Q-on-Q and year-on-year, and the marketing margin is in the same price. The gross profit from oils account for almost 88% and 12% from non-oil business. However, PTG still continue expand the non-oil business to increase non-oil portion. Let's move to the EBITDA and net profit. EBITDA has increased 9% Q-on-Q and 38% year-on-year, and the whole year is increasing 20% due to the increase in net profit. The net profit in this quarter is 676 million baht, which increased 71% Q-on-Q, and the net profit of 12 months is 1,019 and 6 million baht, and the net profit in 2019 is 1,563 million baht. The increase in net profit is mainly come from the increasing gross profit and the increasing from the share profit of joint venture and the efficient control of selling admin expense. For the next slide is talking about the statement of financial position. The total assets and total liability has increasing from last year, mainly come from the right of use asset and financial lease liability from recording the lease agreement instead of rental expense. The decreased items are trade AR and trade AP from the oil selling price has decreased, and the inventory also decreasing. For the investment has increasing because of we have recognized share profits of joint venture with recording 372 billion baht in this year. For the next slide is talking about the TFRS 16 impact. The change of financial accounting standard TFRS 16 has impacted the financial statement by decreasing net income by 279 million baht for the whole year, and for the balance sheet that we have mentioned it earlier. It has increased the total liability from more than 80% from last year. Please move to the profitability ratio. In this quarter, the return on assets is 8%, but if we did not include assets from the impact of IFRS 16, it may be 13%, and the return on equity is increased from 29% to 36% due to the higher net profit in this quarter. For the interest-bearing debt as of quarter four is 3.71 and will be 1.34 if we not include the liability from IFRS 16. For the last slide is talking about the cash cycle. In this quarter, PTG has shorter cash cycle according to the fast in payment period and the long time for sale in inventory days. For the cash flow from operation is 2,811 million baht net of interest and tax payment. The CFI was 1,924 million baht, in line with the cost control policy, and PTG had negative cash flow from financing 982 million baht. As a result, PTG has net cash of 942 million baht, a decrease of 95 million baht from the end of last year. Thank you for listening.
Okay. So if you this is the PTG line IR. If you can stay tuned to our update. And if you have any question, you can just send us the in the message or just raise hand so that we will open the microphone so that you can speak. Okay, we have question. First question, can you elaborate more on investment in hemp? Have you obtained license from government? How much capex you spend on this? So we haven't invest anything yet. Actually, we just use the hemp product from the one that have license. So we just have R&D team develop the product. We add the hemp in our product. Now we have like food and beverage at our pantai, but not in every branches. We just testing in about 10 branches now. So the next question is, how many EV charging stations are expected to install in 2021 to 2025, and what is your investment cost per station and IRR? So in 2021, we expect to open about 30 EV charging stations around the country. So the investment per station for 2 quick charger is around 3 to 4 million baht per station, with the power of the charging station of 120 kilowatt hours. For the IRR, we expect that the IRR will be more than 18% because the cost of selling the electricity is around 2.63 baht per kilowatt, but the selling price in Thailand for electricity for EV charger now is around 6 to 8 baht. And for the after 2021, we wait and see if there is enough demand that we can expand. We expect that 30 stations around the country will cover all the important main attraction in Thailand. So if this year there is number of like EV car sales with maybe more than 10,000 cars, so that we will expand more. The good thing is that we are COCO. We can easily expand the EV station, and EV station installation take about only about 2 months. It's very short compared to expanding the oil station. In the past, we used to expand around 300 stations a year, so it's not very complicated for us to expand EV station. So regarding next question is regarding non-oil businesses. Can you give us a guidance on growth rate of total number of coffee cups sold in 2021? So we expect that the total sale will grow around 30 to 40% year-over-year. And this year we expect to expand at least 50 locations. Sorry. Next question: what is the payback period of your newly open station? Is it return more on lucrative in North and Northeastern region as 50% of your location are located there? If you can give us an indication how much shorter is your payback period there with the rest of the region. So actually each station has a different payback period, but for the station outside Bangkok or not in the main road is around 4 to 5 years because there is no like upfront payment for that area. And for the station that in the city, Bangkok in busy area, the payback period is around 8 years. But it come with in the station in the city, we can add more non-oil and we can can promote our brand. As we are entering more in the city, we gain more customer who are like city people. So when they go out, they use more of our station when they go to other city, and they have more spending power. So we still aim to expand in the city.
Hi, can you talk a bit about your business model for your palm complex? Because last year your share of profit is 376 million. This year you're expecting it to come down on the base case scenario to 240 to 260. Is last year profit extraordinary because the CPO prices went up a lot?
Okay. And last year, actually, we expect that the share profit will be around 240 to 260 as a base case also. And this year, we expect that if it is so it will be yield the same profit. But last year, in last year, you see that our share profit mainly very high during first and fourth quarter, which is the season that the CPO price are high. So if the market is the same like last year, so we can expect that the net profit will be close to last year. But so we are conservative, so we expect that if it's not the same, so we expect that in the best case, so the net profit will be around 240 to 260.
Is it right that the prices in third and fourth quarter was high? I mean, profit was very high because you are sitting on inventory gain?
Yes. So also yes. So we for palm complex we don't like the what was it? They prefer the price, the increasing price, but during the decreasing price they can manage through inventory. So, but if the trend of the CPO is growth is increasing, so they can manage to have more profit. Okay, and another question from the chat box. For retail business, not include LPG, do they make bottom line profit? So the profit, the bottom, for non-oil that already break even net profit, are lubricant oil, that already have bottom line profit. Our logistic business already break even in terms of net profit. And food and beverage now starting to break even in terms of net profit this year. And so now it's only CVS that not break even yet.
Okay, since nobody is asking, can I ask this PTTOR has just been listed recently, and their market cap is about 10 times that of yours, and they raise money. Do you think that they will become a lot more aggressive? Because in the last 2 years, they are also gaining market share. You are also gaining market share. Do you think they will become a lot more aggressive? Because earlier on, we hear that Bancha is also going to go aggressively.
Okay. Actually, there are already like existing competition before PTOR listed, but so after they listed, we see that actually they do more on retail side for like they focus on expansion more in retail and like international business. So and the focus they didn't if one station of PET, the investment is around 50 million to 100 million baht, which is higher than our station, and they are mainly Adodo. So if they expand more, it will like cannibalize their existing station. So for the oil market, we don't think that they will be like more aggressive than before, but I think they will expand more in their retail business. And for PTG, our strength is we have our own station, which is Coco, and we can add any service in our station. And another thing is that we have a very big network of membership, which is PT Vanguard of we aim that this year we will reach around 8 million member, 18 million member by the end of this year. And with the Vanguard member, we can provide more service, and we already have like more than 100 partnership with PT Vanguard, so they can customer can use our service and other partner service, which give them more benefit. And mainly our sale, like more than 70% are from Vanguard members.
Can you also comment on why your LPG market share gain is so strong? Besides that you co-locate your LPG in your petrol station, your gas station, is there any other reason why you gain so much market share?
Okay. Apart from expanding more station, as I mentioned, that we have PT Vanguard. When you use our service, any service of PT, you will receive Mac point. So 1 liter for auto LPG will receive 1 point, same as oil, and there is no no competitor doing the same regime now. So this is one thing. And during COVID, we help our customer. There are mainly in Thailand, taxi driver or like van driver, they're using LPG, which is the main consumer of LPG. So during the COVID-19, that their income were affected by the COVID-19, that there is less foreign tourists and less traveler in the country. So we offer like coupon like for 1,000 baht, so that they can use as a discount to buy LPG gas, auto LPG gas, or LPG household, or oil at our station. And we also do many campaign to help these people. And you can see that actually this market is diminishing, but we still expand because we see it as a touch point, and we started to go to LPG household that has a bigger portion in terms of consumption. So we started to expand to this market, and we will aim to grow to become number 3 in the LPG total market in 5 years.
Is it true that the LPG household people can collect it from your petrol station?
Yes. And also if they buy our cylinder tank, they also can collect points.
And no other competitors have passed that.
Yeah, no one doing the same thing now, because we can do that because we take care of the whole supply chain. Other people, they don't have their own like for LPGs house. For example, LPG household, mainly in Thailand, there is like PTG. They have their household gas, but the one that operate the store is the dealer, same as their petrol station. So we are the one that operates thing that we buy gas from the refinery, and we have our total supply chain. We take care of the tank. We have our own filling plant. And soon we will launch our like the delivery platform for LPG, that people can delivery order LPG cylinder on mobile by using our application.
Have 2 more minutes for Q&A. If you have other further question, you can raise your hand or send through the chat box.
Can I also ask your solar farm investment? What is your designated capex, and how big do you intend to build in terms of megawatt, and where is it going to be?
Could you repeat the question again? Sorry.
Your solar farm investment, how big is the capacity, and where do you intend to build it, and what sort of return can you get?
Okay. So this project is from a government project that they have the land, and they will rent it out to the private sector operator. The total project is 30 gigawatt, and in the first phase is 100 megawatt, and 300 megawatt, and they expect to be around maybe 10 private operators. So we expect that in the first phase we will operate maybe about 30 megawatt. The investment per megawatt is around 20 to 21 million baht per megawatt. So the total investment will be around 600 to 620 million baht. Yeah. And
you expect
so the the expected IRR is higher than 12%.
Okay, I think the time is up now. So on behalf of the Stock Exchange of Thailand, would like to thank you, investor and company for joining us. We look forward to welcome you all again in the next quarter ค่ะ Thank you very much ค่ะ
Thank you, Sid, and thank you all investors.